1, 2, 3, 4, 1. My body is spent. I need a soul for rent. There's a desert in my mind. The storm's blowing in.
How are you, Dad? How are you feeling today?
And weather is taking a turn.
Rain coming in sideways.
Yeah, it's coming in everywhere. Getting cold too.
Oh, Bridie said the oncologist was speaking to you.
She was.
Yeah. She has you down for a course of chemo now, Dad. They'll want to start soon, I'd say. And look, you'll be well able for it. And I'll be there to help out, Dad. Do the chores about the place.
Oh, wait, I can relax so. The Coronamona crack is gone to fuck this side.
I hear the pubs have to serve food with the pint.
Did you ever hear the like? Huh? Sure, 3 pints again, this is a meal in itself.
Well, I don't know what the health authority agree with that.
Well, it is more nutritious than them bloody pizzas they're serving anyway. I'll tell you that now for nothing. Sure, makes no odds anyway. So the pubs are closed now again anyway. Are they open again in London?
Oh, they are. And packed with it. Oh, we'll be in lockdown again shortly.
More work for you.
Oh, well, not for me. I'll be gone before the shit hits the fan. Dad, I'm fucked if I'm going to go through the whole thing again. Just because some gobshites refuse to follow some simple guidelines. It must be a while since you've had a pint.
Do you know I refused the weekend? He's having Brady with a bubble Lachaina.
Lachaina? How'd you get up there?
On the bicycle. I gave Brady a crossbar. Oh, how do you think we got up there? You got blue. Didn't Brady take the car? We had face masks on, the windows opened, hand sanitizers, the whole shebang.
Did you bring the rod?
No fishing, no fishing. We just sat down by the lake, had sandwiches and a cup of tea. Down by the killing we were.
The children's graveyard? Jesus, that place gives me the creeps.
Joe Brady wanted to see it. I had a couple of pints and I in the lodge afterwards. Oh, like mother's milk.
Oh, here, speaking of which, Bridie wants me to make amends with Mother Theresa. It's not funny.
Well, it is from where I'm sitting. Well, you have to hand it to Bridie. She set you now a challenging task.
An impossible task. The woman hates me, Dad.
There are very few tasks impossible.
Well, this is one of them.
Mother Theresa was great crack, once upon a time.
Mother Theresa? No way.
Pan me oath. Life changed her.
Well, I suppose it's hard to lose your husband.
I'm afraid she lost more than that.
How do you mean?
I'm going to tell you something now. But you have to promise me you'll never say what to Brady about it.
Oh, Jesus, sounds serious. I won't say anything.
You have to swear to me now in your mother's grave, even if it's in 20 years' time and I'm long dead.
Dad, I won't tell her. Ever. I swear. On Mam's grave.
Don't you remember Tank Joyce?
Tank, sure, yeah. Bridie's dad. He used to bring us out onto the boat when we were kids.
Well, the night before he was lost at sea, Mother Theresa threw him out of the house.
No way. Why?
Tank had a few pints in the village a couple of nights before that. This was September now, pubs were packed, in for the crack and bit of music. No better man than the Tank for a bit of crack. Anyways, there was a few French women there staying in the holiday homes. They couldn't get the heat going in the house. And the weather had turned a bit chilly. They got talking to a Tank anyway. And didn't he go up to the house with them afterwards to try and fix the boiler?
And Mother Theresa obviously got wind of this.
Yeah, and you know what they're like around here. Mother Theresa got a phone call the following morning, telling her that the Tank was seen leaving the house in the early hours.
Oh, she lost the head, I'd say.
She had no need to. Tank now was a bit wild, like. But he was no womanizer. He said it was the gossip that vexed him more than anything else, thinking that the women in the village had one up on her. I met him down at the pier. I was down fishing mackerel the same evening. He was fierce upset. I offered him a bed for the night. He said he had a bunk made up in the boat. Now, that was the last I seen him. I don't know the hell what brought him out to sea that evening. Sure, we both seen the storm rising.
I remember him being missing and Olivia out searching the bay for him. And Bridie was always awfully upset that she never got a chance to see his body.
And how his body was in no fit state to be seen. Wasn't he very near a week in the water?
So was it this that, brought Mother Theresa to the religion?
Well, sure, people in that position, like, they either turn to religion or the battle. I don't know which is worse.
I used to be jealous of Bridie back then. Would you credit that? All the attention she was getting from you and Mam. Embarrassing.
We were all she had, especially when Mother Theresa got the breakdown.
Remember how Bridie would throw on her wellies and the two of you go up the top field there to feed the cows?
Yeah. The company was nice. You've been taken up with your books, like.
She even went down to the boxing club.
She was as good as any of the guys. Better. There was no women boxing back then, but by cripes, as there was. She got you down to the club anyway. They're a man of you.
I'd have gone down anyway. Not like I could avoid boxing in our house.
I don't know what you're not. I'll tell you what I do know. Any evening you were there sparring and Bridie in the room, you were twice the boxer. Twice the man.
Well, I made a right fuck of everything there, Dad.
Remember what I used to say to you when you're going out in the third round?
Fight until the bell.
Well, the bell hasn't gone yet.
Well, I didn't count on Mother Theresa being the referee.
Well, no, I wouldn't think of it as being a referee, more an opponent. What's the first thing we do when we face an opponent?
We find their weakness.
And where will we find the weakness?
Where the opponent sees their strength.
And what do we do?
Well, we play to our strengths to exploit their weakness.
Exactly. A few weeks ago, you were going on about the time you bet Nolan down in Innis, giving out that I wasn't giving you enough of praise. What was Nolan's main strength?
Oh, his jab. It was like a snake's tongue.
Nolan jabbed his way to an Irish title. You could time it though. Catch him with the right hand over the top.
His eyes changed just before he threw it. Just a slightest little flicker.
The second time you landed that right, I knew the fight was out. I could see the change in Nolan. He was afraid to jab, for fear you'd catch him with another right. His strength became his weakness.
So, your advice is to hit Mother Theresa with an overhand right?
Well, not unless she throws a left jab. What's Mother Theresa's strength in her own mind like?
Her religion, I suppose.
Exactly. She identifies as a devout Christian. What is it that Christians believe in?
Forgiveness?
Forgiveness, and not judging your fellow man.
Sounds like the opposite of Mother Theresa, in fairness.
Well, in my experience, the least Christian people in the world are the devout Christians. Look at all them so-called Christians beyond in America. And they're supporting the devil-made flesh. Mother Theresa identifies as a Christian. That's what's important. That's what you have to exploit.
Ask for forgiveness.
Admit to your mistakes. Ask for forgiveness. Appeal to our Christian values.
Jesus, this is going to be some phone call.
Oh, no, phone call. You have to play to your strengths.
How do you mean?
Well, no offense now. But talking is not your strength.
Oh, thanks. She'd only hang up on me anyway.
You need to write to her.
What, like a letter?
Yeah, that's your strength. Words on a page.
Well, it's going to have to be some letter.
Might not change her mind about you, but it'll be a start. Ah, get her thinking like. I don't know what happened between yourself and Bridie. I don't want to know. But I know when she came home from London broken hearted, got back all the emotions from Mother Theresa that she had when she lost Tank.
Well, the situations weren't that dissimilar, to be honest.
I know Mother Theresa drives Bridie mad. She's still her mother. That's a foolish man that'll come between mother and daughter. I tell you that for nothing.
You know, Dad, back in the day, I loved having you in my corner.
I never left your corner, Mark. Sometimes we get so lost in the fight, we forget we have a corner.
Well, I'm going to be in your corner, Dad. For your fight. You'll have me in your corner, all right?
How long now have you been nursing the die?
You're not dying yet, Dad.
That's not what I asked you.
Palliative care? What, maybe 12 years?
You obviously enjoy it.
You know, something I do. Sounds weird, but I don't know.
Gives your life a meaning, like a purpose.
I suppose it does.
How many people have you been with when they die, like?
Oh, God, I don't know. Hundreds, I'd say.
What's the most common regret people have?
Well, I'll tell you what nobody regrets, Dad. Not doing enough digging.
Aye, your mother, when she was sick, she had a tough time with it at the end, you know, God rest her.
I know she did. I'm sorry I wasn't there, Dad. I didn't realise how hard she was having it.
Sure, we didn't tell you. Huh? Your mother didn't want you there. Didn't want you to see her or remember her the way she was in the end, you know. You know what she was like. They got to the stage with all the chemo and the steroids and the morphine or whatever other shite they were pumping into her. She suffered far longer than she needed. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the treatment bought her more time.
The medical profession sees time in terms of quantity rather than quality. There were a few weeks there at the end, and your mother would wake with pain every morning. Could be 5, could be 6. I'd hear her crying. Quietly, like. Doesn't have to wake me. Can you credit that? Crippled with pain, and she worried about waking me.
And where was the palliative care nurse?
Sure, she wouldn't be in until about 10 or 11. She showed me how to administer the dose.
Well, Ma'am was lucky to have you.
There was this one morning towards the end of July it was. I woke to her sobbing. I was into her. She was shaking with pain. Sweat pumping out of her. Bed was soaked. Skin cold as ice. You know, the mad thing was, it was one of those beautiful mornings. Sun streaming in through the curtains. The birds singing outside. Moira shivering wreck in the bed. I'm sorting out the painkillers and she grabs me by the wrist. Martin, she said, make it stop. I'm begging you, make it stop. She watches us as I give her morphine, looks into my eyes, and it kicks in. And we're back to our daily routine again. 3 mornings in a row, she asked me to make it stop. Begs me to make it stop. And all I do is throw morphine into her until she's quiet. She just stopped asking me.
It was like, what else could you have done?
She wasn't asking me for more. Asking me to make it stop, she was. Begging me to make it stop.
Dad, Jesus Christ, I don't think she was now.
She was. I tell you, she chased it, and I know that woman as well as I know myself. Molly was begging me to put a pill over her face, or overdose her with morphine, or whatever. Put her out of her misery. What do? No longer something. Some corner man I turned out to be.
Dad, look, you couldn't be expected to do...
To do what? To do what's right, is it? It was what my best friend was asking me to do, and I didn't have the courage. You know why?
Dad, come on now, for fuck's sake.
I wanted to hold on to her. Even if it brought her more misery. Making out of myself in mud. Thinking myself I was. I'd be very happy to have you at home. But I'm telling you now, I'm not signing up to any chemotherapy or any other book.
Dad, listen to me now. Every case is different.
And every case is the same. My mind is made up.
Yeah, but what happened to fighting to the bell?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Your mother heard the bell. I did too, and I ignored it. And she took a needless beating because of it. You still want to be in my corner?
You know I'll be in your corner.
I hear that bell. I have to thrust you to take me out of the fight.
Dad, listen. This is insane talk, okay? The treatments have improved since Mam was sick. You're fit and you're...
And I trust you.
Well, what if I can't hear the bell?
The bell is for the fight, not the corner man. I shouldn't have to tell you that.
I don't think you realise what you're asking me.
I know exactly what I'm asking. Remember you asking me and telling me that you never became the man that I wanted you to be? I'm asking you to be the man I wasn't able to be. Sure, it might never. I could drop dead in the morning. Isgal shire inche ganeren eyan arge gairio snatugishar galitir kavame marnion to murion Ach, du gishar gominishme, Ochachin por me usa, Besail shier na dochani, Snivei wegnes arman.